I grew up in Detroit as a child. I had an alcoholic mother. She drank a lot. Early on, I can remember going to get her beer out the refrigerator and shaking it up so it'd foam up. That way she let me have the foam, and that's how I started drinking at an early age. I had a couple, 2, 3 traumatic incidents that might have happened in my life that I never discussed with anybody, and I never got any help for also. Being raped and things like that. I never really had a way to deal with those issues, so those issues became issues in my mind for me. I would drink and drug to, try to cover up how I was feeling or what I felt.
So I am one of 7 kids. It was difficult in a lot of ways, especially not knowing that I had so many different chronic illnesses. I mean, that's really lonely. That has snowballed from anxiety and depression to complex PTSD to borderline personality disorder. I struggle with my body. I struggle with all of my relationships. I struggle with my work. I struggle to take care of myself.
I had a great childhood until my mother and father got divorced when I was 6 or 7 years old. I watched my mom die almost 3 times from using drugs and alcohol, using cocaine. I used to get cocaine from my mom at the age of 13 to 14 to 15. I started doing meth at the age of 18. My biological father was abusive physically, mentally, emotionally. My stepfather was also abusive, so I never actually got that love that some kids deserve, except from my mother. Unless she was sober, we couldn't be around her when she was on drugs and drinking.
I guess I had a bit of upper middle class upbringing. Mother, father, 3 siblings, all older sisters. So pretty normal, I guess. Got my degree in economics and business administration. My sisters had some issues, so I ended up having to move back in with my mother when I was in my 20s. Stay with her until she passed away. Tried to take care of everything. Had a sister who sabotaged me the entire way because I was doing better than her. So I ended up losing my house.
Every day I thought about just waking up and ending my life. Every day was just a heartbreaking thing for me. My most recent attempt was about a month and a half ago. I took a whole bunch of my psych meds.
I'm at the bottom of the barrel and I don't know what else to do. The only reason that I could think of to stay alive was my dog. I don't know why I decided to, but I called 988. I had been connected with NetCare. They had people come out and, they talked to me. They had someone, a peer supporter. And when you're in the lowest place you've ever been in your life, I don't think that there's probably anyone that you'd rather talk to than somebody who's gone through the same thing.
After I lost my house, ended up bouncing around, went to a homeless shelter for a little bit. I just didn't know what to do, so I was kind of thinking about, just ending it all. And ended up at the hospital, and they eventually sent me to CSU.
Through the years, every time that I would drink and drug and feel misplaced or displaced or like I was out of control or like I wanted to kill myself, I would always go to 199 to NetCare. And when I would get there, they would help me and they would, quiet me down. They would give me medication and tell me, they would watch me a day or 2 and then they might tell me, we're gonna send you here because you need more help. When I came this time, I was so willing and I was so broken that this was my last chance, that I felt like I didn't have anything. If I messed this up, I wasn't gonna have anything or anybody to help me.
The social worker who had worked with me, she was very kind and empathetic, and it did feel genuine. I mean, most of the staff had, come and greeted me. They made sure they knew me by name. You know, they talked to me, they asked about my life and tried to understand me on a personal level, not just reducing me to a diagnosis.
And the doctor, he said to me, I have somewhere that I want you to go. And he said, I think that they can help you. And he said, I want you to go to the Miles house.
And Miles House has been such a great enjoyment. The staff are amazing.
Miles House really did help me to kind of get settled in, helped to register me with various agencies, helped to find me housing, helped me to get a decent, stable foundation.
You get to interact with other people and the staff on a more kind of personal basis. I didn't feel like I had to hide anything.
The clinical staff here are amazing. Just being around them makes me feel safe. Makes me feel proud, makes me feel like I can survive. That there is a reason to survive. There's a reason to keep pushing.
They help you get everything you need. Everything that they had available in here, resources for me to use, I took and turned that into the positive to help me get to a better place in my life.
So it really did just help me to kind of slow things down, give me a stable foundation, and help me to kind of take off from there.
They get me more stabilized than I ever have in my life. Now every day I'm fighting. I'm fighting to live, fighting to survive, fighting to stay sober. When being alive is just the greatest enjoyment I have right now. After net care, I actually want to go to mortuary school. I want to work in the funeral industry. That's what I always wanted to do ever since I was a little kid. And then one day own my own funeral home or two.
I got an apartment. I live in my nice little apartment on the south side. I got 105 days clean today. I want to try to go back to school to get an STNA and try to give something back to the community.
Getting back on my feet, that's really what I'm just looking forward to. You know, getting a job, getting more stable, getting self-reliant. I'm actually writing a book right now, you know, about finding my voice again. So being able to write and, you know, kind of express what's actually occurred and what's happened. It's kind of interesting to look back and realize all that I went through. And it gives me a chance to be kind of proud of myself.
The things I want to look forward to is just keep pushing, be a part of the community where I touch other people's lives and make them want to change. Just trying to stay sober is the most joyous thing that I have to survive. I have my great supporters. I have a great mother now.
I'm comfortable in life right now. I'm happy. My apartment makes me happy. Being clean and sober makes me happy. These are joys I get every day, so I'm really looking forward to putting my family back together. I'm looking forward to living life clean and sober. I don't want to grow old, gray and old.
It is very important to have places like net care in the community because there is people out there that really need it, like me.
This really helps you to get stable, helps you to get access to those resources that you need.
This provides a roof over your head, and that is one of the biggest parts of stability, I think, is having a home.
And net care has just been one of the best places that I've actually been to.
They help me. They help me get back to be the best me that I can be. They help me to be able to hold my head up proudly and be happy about what I'm doing. I couldn't have did it without these people here who believed in me and wanted to help me.
It's really nice knowing that I have the resources if I were to relapse or have an issue.
It's not just care that you get here. They're intentional about trying to help you get on your feet in every capacity. It's a safety net for people who are often forgotten.
There's always a way out. There's always a reason to live. There's always a reason to get sober. There's always a reason to do better because I am worthy. I am valuable. I have hope.
It really helps you to kind of get your life back.
Just give it a chance. If you ever have to come to the Miles House or net care, don't leave before your miracle happens.
That's something that everyone deserves, because no one should fall through the cracks.